right, this is the time to maybe jump in and do a cool splashdown from the sky. There we go. Hey there, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch. At long last, it is finally here. So it's been 2 years since the first game was released on the Wii U, both in real life and in the world of squids and kids. So a lot has changed in that time. We have so much new stuff to see and do in Inkopolis. Let's get right into it, starting with the revamped character customization. So I'm going to show the girl features, and then I'll jump over and make my very own fresh-faced little Inkling. So this is all just for appearances. You can customize your Inkling however you want and change it at any time in the options. So if you don't like the look of your kid, don't worry, you can change it later. So hair, we have new hairstyles. This is the classic one, of course, but we have 3 new styles for both boys and girls. This one looks a little painful, the squid bun, but it's still pretty fresh there. I like all of these. And also, on top of that, we have 3 styles of legwear for boys and for girls, and we are no longer destined to just wear shorts the entire game if we don't want to. So I'm very happy they added all this customization in. It doesn't affect your stats or anything like gear, but it's nice to have it nonetheless. So I'm gonna try my best to make my Inkling look as close to me as I can, as close as I can do with a tentacle-haired mutant child. So we've got the tentacled top knot here, of course, returning, which is nice looking, but it's a new game. We gotta stay fresh, so we're gonna use one of these new ones. Speaking of painful, it looks like his crew cut was a little close there. And we got that one as well, almost like a new modern version of the top knot. So I'm gonna go with this, and who needs shorts when you can wear shorts and pants, double your leg power? There we go. No, I'm gonna go with these baggy shorts here. I like those better. Are you cool with this? You can totally change it later if you want to. Yeah, let's get into it. So if you've never played or seen Splatoon before, we're gonna have a quick tutorial. If you have, marvel at the improved graphics, because it definitely looks so much better than the first game. And we're gonna jump into multiplayer in just a second here. I also have a single player series we're gonna do in Octo Canyon. We're gonna see the fate of Callie and Marie very soon. Think you're too cool for school? Well, it's time to prove it in battle. You're looking a little green though. Let's start with the basics. Okay, so we move around our aim with the gyro and the right stick. You can turn the gyro off if you don't like it later on. We hit Y to center our aim, and there we go. We're blasting balloons just like the old days. So this is the basis of this game that makes it so unique. You fire off your team's ink color, and it helps you to move around the environment. You've got this ink tank on your back, and when you start to run low, or anytime you want, you hit ZL and you can go into squid form. Transform from squid to kid and vice versa, and that will help you move so much faster through the ink and up walls, but also lets you recharge your ammo. And you get to cover all this turf and try to cover more than the opposite team in turf wars. So we got some jellyfish and hard hats looking cute up on the girders. I have definitely missed this world, even though I feel like I've never really left, because I've still been playing the first game these last few years pretty consistently, but I'm glad that we are back in this new revamped world of the Inklings, and it's just a very bizarre, unique setting. I love all the character designs. It's a strange place where these kids just get to a certain age and they gotta compete and blast their ink all over the place. You know how it is. So we want to look out for enemy ink here. We don't want to step in that because we do take damage, and we don't want to get shot by it either. But in turf wars, we're going to be trying to cover as much turf as we can, more than the enemy, to win. And it also just helps us with mobility. R is our sub-weapon. That's the Splat Bomb, the basic one, but there are a ton of new ones and revamped sub-weapons, as well as all brand new specials in this game. All this stuff has been revamped. We're almost to Inkopolis Square, so say goodbye to the little jelly jammin' in the background. We are about to super jump our way to the new center of Inkling life, the hub of this new world. So Inkopolis Plaza, that's an old neighborhood. It's still around. You can see it off in the distance, but that is old news. We're in Inkopolis Square, kind of like a Times Square, trendy neighborhood. You can see all the new styles of the Inklings. A lot of gear returning, but a lot of new gear as well. It's a very hip, trendy neighborhood. We have Squid DDR in the background. And Squid Beats, the music game, has returned. There's Salmon Run, my favorite new mode. I can't wait to get into that. We got to level up a couple times. Let's learn about the area, though, and meet the new pop group, Callie and Marie, are out. They are old news. They're in single player. We'll see them soon. This is the new duo. Y'all know what time it is? It's Off the Hook, coming at you live from Inkopolis Square. So we have Pearl on the left. She's rap, kind of lead frontman figure, and then Marina does vocals and DJs in the background. A nice new duo. I like their songs a lot. Check it. Here are the regular battle stages. So we got Sturgeon Shipyard and Starfish Mainstage, two really nice new stages. Big shout out to the staff at the Starfish. Y'all are the best. Pearl, stop giving shout outs and read the news. So they have a lot of comedy similar to Callie and Marie, a good back and forth. So here are the current ranked battle stages. We'll jump into ranked when we hit level 10 and get into that humpback pump track. Here's some advice. Don't rent the bikes here. They're falling apart. That just makes for a more exciting ride. And here are the league battle stages. So league battle is a new mode, and you play a very condensed sort of Splatfest thing where you're ranked in the 2 hours that those maps are in the rotation. So it's a lot more intense. We got to get our rank up to get in there. This is one of my favorite stages. So much verticality. That's not an excuse for just camping at the top, Pearl. And, ooh, here we go. And now for a word from our sponsor. Grisco Industries is hiring. Apply now. Pearl, your corporate shill game is on point today. So we'll get into Salmon Run soon. I can't wait to play with you guys. Why is our teleprompter freaking out? The producer's freaking out. Read the teleprompter, Marina. Let's see here. Oh, getting some deja vu. This just in. The great Zapfish has disappeared. Wait, like for reals? I feel like I've heard this story somewhere before. Oh, and on top of that, the stakes are higher this time in single player. There's more. Pop superstar Callie of the Squid Sisters has gone missing. No, not Callie. This is terrible. Do something, Marina. Okay, I'll put together a search part. Whatever. I'm sure she'll turn up at some point. In other news, Pearl's like, this is the time, rubbing her hands together, her tentacles. She's like, oh, this is when Off the Hook is going to get real popular when the Squid Sisters are out of the picture. But shouldn't we form a search party or so? Cut off by the producer. And that's all the time we've got. Until next time, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. So there we go. And Octoline is one of the new pop idols. Very mysterious, but we'll hopefully learn more about Marina later. Welcome to Inkopolis Square, the new nerve center of Inkling culture. We're going to learn about the locations quickly. That's Deca Tower there in front of you, one of the tallest buildings in all of Inkopolis. There's a lobby on the first floor of Deca Tower for online battles. Over here, we've got the Galleria, Inkopolis' most popular shopping center. Here you can buy the freshest gear and weapons to use in battle, but the shops are pretty exclusive, and they won't serve you if you're not fresh enough. So we've got to be level 4 to get some gear, and at least level 1, level up at least once to get some weapons. Oh, what else? Oh, that creepy shop back there. Rumor has it they're hiring for some sketchy job. Might want to think twice before you apply there, unless you really need dough. So that's the new horde mode, Salmon Run. That brings us to the Shoal, the coolest hangout spot in all of Inkopolis. That's where Inklings go to meet up with nearby friends for both competitive and cooperative play. And next we have... Huh? Who's that mysterious squid back there? It almost looks like... No, she'd never hang out in a place like this, and those clothes. Yeah, it must be someone else. Anyway, you should check out the lobby of Deca Tower. That's where you can get your splat on. Okay, and we are free to run about the square. So over there, next episode, I'm going to be alternating and having a separate little series so we can check out what is going on in that manhole. Just like with Captain Cuttlefish, we've got Marie there, looking very traditional and mysterious, but she's a little shy. She disappears when we get too close. And here's Judd with Lil Judd, the new little cat judge. Over here is where the new studio is, where Pearl and Marina hang out, and there's a creepy jellyfish just kind of glooping on the glass there. So lots of stuff to see. There's merch. We'll learn more about this as we go. Let's get into Turf Wars, get some experience, and then once we are ready, I'll go into the shops and start buying stuff. Welcome to the lobby, your gateway to online multiplayer battles. As you battle, you'll raise your level and earn cash. A higher level will let you access the freshest gear in the shops and all new battle modes here in the lobby. So get that level up. If you want to buy weapons and gear, you got to earn some cash first. So if you want the freshest gear, you got to battle as much as you can. But enough talk, let's get you started with a regular battle. As your level increases, don't forget to talk to the shopkeepers in the plaza. Alright, go get them. So let's jump in. Now ranked, when we hit level 10, we can jump into that. And when we get at least a B minus rank, then we can jump into league battle. So that was conveniently inconvenient, but the map rotation changes every 2 hours. And unlike the first game, it just boots you out to the lobby. You don't have to watch a whole news report as long as you're already playing the game. So we're going to jump in and get into our first turf war battle here to get this thing going. Okay, we got a couple higher ranked players that we're going to try to catch up to, but we should be okay. So the Splattershot Jr., that first weapon that we used in the tutorial, that is what we will be using here. It has the Splat Bomb sub-weapon that you saw, but it also has a new special called Ink Armor. It is the equivalent of the bubbler in this game. You can share it with your buddies and help them by giving them this armor that will protect them from a fatal amount of damage for a limited amount of time. Only a few seconds, but it will keep you alive a little bit longer than you normally would be, otherwise. So it is nice to have, especially if you're going to push in. It will help you out. So there we go. We already built it up. You only need about 180 of turf points to actually get most of the specials in the game. So they're pretty quick to build up, especially with a rapid-fire weapon like this. So this is Port Mackerel, a returning map from the first game, and it is a little bit different. As you can see, we have sponges now that we can use to actually get up into other spots. I used my ink armor there, and we took a fatal shot, but survived thanks to that. But yeah, we can use the sponges around. The enemy team has sponges as well, but we can make them bigger just like in the original single player, and use that to get up into previously inaccessible areas, or there's stuff that was tougher to get up onto. Otherwise, we had to use these little pushing cars here. Let's see if we can throw a bomb up there in time and stop somebody. There we go. They had the ink armor, but if I time this right, they'll land right on it. Oh, okay, we're good. You can shrink your opponent's sponges, but you can't use them for your own. So we're doing pretty well here. I think we'll be okay if we kind of lock down the middle, but oh, no, we got somebody back here messing with us. Let's see if we can take them out in time. There we go. They were distracted, so I was able to get both the armor and the attack I needed to finish them off. Okay, let's see if we can push in. Somebody got blasted. That means someone's on the way somewhere around here. Oh, nope, I think they're okay. Now you have all these signals that you can use with the D-pad. If you hit up, you can say this way, and if you hit down, you can say booyah. After you've died, though, if you hit up, it'll actually say ouch, so you can tell someone that you were splatted and signal to them that, hey, come avenge me. And super jumping, a mechanic that is returned. The map in this game, though, you have to hit X to make it pop up, since we don't have the gamepad, of course. And you hit the different directions, or just hover with the cursor over your buddies if you want to jump to them. So you can lure them in and take them out there. Splat Bomb can be pretty useful for messing with your opponents and where they are allowed to go and not get splatted, so you can use that to your advantage. We'll check the map maybe occasionally here to make sure nobody's getting in any spots we don't want them to, but we're doing all right. I got a double splat with the bomb. Someone's about to jump down there, and there they go. Oh, I had my, oh, there we go. I'll use my ink armor since we're the last few seconds here, and we should be okay. I had an assist back there, I guess because I gave the armor and helped them out. So whenever you see the squid icon of a splat, but it doesn't have that explosion around it, that starburst, then you are able to still count as helping out, even though you didn't get the splat yourself. So I do like the assist feature. There we go. Man, 12, we're still behind the other person on our team with 18. I thought I had a good amount, but they just dwarfed my amount of splats there. And there we go, we leveled up, so we're gonna hop out already and go see Sheldon at Ammonites in the Galleria and get a new weapon, because we are level 2, and that's all it takes. If you want to hit X, you can jump anywhere around the square here without needing to actually walk there on your own. So here we go, we're gonna talk to Sheldon. He is back. The other shopkeepers are different. We'll meet them here too. Hello, let me guess, you're looking for some new weapons. You've come to the right place. Our weapons come in sets. A main weapon on ZR, a sub-weapon on R, and yes, a special weapon. Sound complicated? Don't fret. You can always press Y to try out my products before buying. While you try them, you can swap weapons with plus and press negative with a weapon highlighted to get more details and subs and specials. And if you want in-depth info about a weapon, just press ZL while you're in my shop and I'll explain it. So you can now skip his explanations if you want and read them later, which is handy if you're in a rush to get back into the rotation. I've got the finest selection of ink weaponry in all of Inkopolis. Take a look. You're ready to wield the Splattershot. The Splattershot is beloved for its ease of handling and high potential. This is the latest model of the go-to weapon. The included burst bombs are great for both attack and defense, and the Splashdown special doubles down on attack power. You can also use the Splashdown as a defensive ace up your sleeve, so it's perfect for learning the basics of battling. If you learn to make great use of this set, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. This all-around set is great for mastering the basics of battle, so let's buy that. You can see stats like range, damage, and fire rate, and we can test it out if we want to in his little training area. Thank you, I know you'll give it a good home. Remember, simply press plus equip to choose your active weapon. Let's check out the other shops. We can hit L and R to cycle through them. So here we have, whoa, friend, I can feel your aura before you even set foot in my shop. Your eagerness is palpable. But I'm afraid I can't sell you my wares until you're truly ready for them, until you're able to channel that energy into bettering yourself. Once you make it to level 4, I think you'll be ready, but I don't want to rush it. It should happen organically or not at all. So this is Flo, the Sea Slug, and just like Annie, in the first game, she's got a little friend on her hat. That is a shrimp or crayfish. I think he is supposed to be a shrimp, and even though he's named Crayman. Now go, realize your potential, friend. I have no doubt you'll find yourself after a couple dozen regular battles. So Crayman's there to pick the parasites off her hat, I guess. I regret everything! Crayman there freaking out on me. He's a little creepy. Hey, welcome to Shell of Fresh! I'm glad that they were bold enough to name the shoe shop Shell of Fresh. The other place was Headspace, because Flo is kind of a hippie. Yo, are you new or something, dude? No offense, but you're looking real dry, like bone dry. You seem nice enough, but I got a reputation to keep. I'll sell you some shoes soon as you prove that you can keep it raw. Just hit the lobby and jump into a few regular battles. That should level you up real quick. So he's a spider crab, since Krusty Sean is now a food cart driver. In the meantime, I'll keep my eye out for some sweet kicks while you try to reach level 4. And if we wanted to go to the clothing shop, we can jump to that specifically. They keep booting us back over to Sheldon. This is the last one here. Welcome to ye old clothes. Fie, thou hast all the freshness of a thrice of salted cod. Lo, a salted cod piece. So this is Gelfonzo. He's a jellyfish that learned to speak from old literature. In the Japanese, it's Karuta, this game that revolves around Japanese poetry. But in the localization, they made him speak like old Shakespearean, which I thought was funny. Could I but help thee, I would. Alas, I must turn thee hence. Thou hast not the level required for my wares. Shouldst thou reach level 4, mine arms shall be open. Get thee to a regular battle, and return hither once thy level hath been reached. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show you the shops real quick before we can actually buy stuff from them. But we've been booted. Let's jump into the lobby. I've got my new Splattershot, and we leveled up a little bit. So the thing they were talking about, the Bisque specifically, the crab, talked about come back when you're raw. All the weapons have this freshness meter on them. When you win with it, you start it dry. You can see it there under my level. When you win with a weapon, it goes up by 1.0. If you lose, it goes down by 1.5. So you gotta win consistently with a weapon to get 5.0, 10.0, 15. Every 5 you get this freshness bonus of experience. So it encourages you to switch weapons because it goes by weapon, not by you. So you want to be switching it up and staying fresh. We are here on the brand new Humpback Pump Track. My favorite favorite name of the stage to say. This is a bicycle track, almost like an equivalent in this game to Black Belly Skate Park, you know, the extreme sports angle that we got from one of my favorite stages in that. Let's see if we can pull a prank on this little guy. Not a prank, but I feel bad about that. So the Splashdown, that special has quite a bit of buildup. You can get shot out of the air. You got to be careful, but it lets you kind of pound the ground like Iron Man and spread a bunch of ink out. The farther you use it from the air, the more ink you are going to splatter down. So you want to use it from an elevated position and make sure you are trying to get a little bit of hang time so you get more of a ink spread. But if you use it when super jumping, that is the ultimate, because then you get to actually get a lot more out of it. I feel bad kind of messing with this roller. They're going to escape anyways. Let's see if we can jump in here and try to help this area a little bit. That roller's going around. And, oop, let's throw that down. Didn't get, oh no, we got him, okay. I was going to say, I had to use that as a last-minute defensive thing, because we were in trouble there. Holding down the center of this map is very difficult because there's all these side areas they can get around. to get you. I'm getting targeted by another special, the Tenta missiles. I think that is on the other version of the Splattershot we're gonna get later, the Tenta Tech Splattershot. That is a really good special that I like a lot, but it's not quite as useful if your opponent can move around quite a bit. I think this guy's got the dualies, so we gotta be careful. Try to fend him off. Hopefully my buddies will help out with that a little bit. He's going around the other side. There he goes. Oop, that was one of them. That was somebody. Get him out of here. The Splattershot has much more range than the Junior that we were using before, so it is a pretty good weapon. And it does splat faster. You need less shots, but it does not fire ink as quickly, so you do have to be careful using it to make sure that you have the distance you need to take someone down before they can get in close on you. So there's a lot of people that are new to the game trying this out here. So I do feel a little bad splatting them, but we'll level up and get put into different lobbies soon enough. There is matchmaking in Turf Wars based on level. In ranked, you go by your rank, of course, so you have to make sure your rank is high enough to be able to take someone else on, you know, before you mess with that mode. See if we can slow them down enough there. Tenta missiles are flying. Careful, careful, careful. Didn't want to bring them to my buddy. All right, this is the time to maybe jump in and do a cool splashdown from the sky. There we go. So that is the ideal way to use the splashdown. It might take a little more time, but it's a great way to super jump in. Unfortunately, when you're splatted, you lose your special meter, so you gotta kind of jump around while you're already out. There we go. We got another victory. Let's see how much experience we got from that. There's the Tentatech on my left there, the other style of Splattershot. 12 splats again. That seems to be my average so far, but it will get tougher as we get more experience. So our gear that we're wearing has these main abilities and sub-abilities. As we level up and gain experience, the gear too levels and you unlock the sub-abilities to make your gear powerful. As we level ourselves, we will get the ability to purchase better gear with more sub-abilities, and that's one good reason to jump into Salmon Run. You can get some good gear and money that way. So my Splattershot has a 1.0. If we keep this win streak going, we should hopefully be able to rank up here. So I think we're gonna try to hit level 3, is what I mean, you know, not rank. We'll get rank in ranked mode. We're gonna try to hit level 3 here, and then next episode we will aim for 4 and start buying some of those new weapons and gear. So that is my goal to finish up. If we can get a good level, then we will end on a strong note. But I do want to try to get to level 4 as quick as can be so I can get into Salmon Run and also try to get that going with the gear that I need, the gear that I crave. Gotta try to get this guy out of here. Oh no, they might be a little more skilled because they took down took down a lot of my buddies there. So one thing you'll notice early on, there's a lot of players that will not bother to ink your own area, and that is very key to actually getting the turf. We're gonna have a tough time here because that level 9 might be the one who's hanging out around the side. They're trying to shoot over the walls. The center is gonna be so tough to get into unless I have a coordinated strike with my buddies and can take down that one guy. He seems pretty experienced. Oh, look out! Don't get inked. Trying to help them with a little bit of turf there. Let's see if we can get in and just get a couple of these. Oh, look out! They're using their ink armor. I hit them with a burst bomb. So the burst bomb, these blow up. They don't do as much damage, but they blow up instantly, unlike the splat bomb. And they're a little bit better. There we go. Okay, this is the time to push in because that's when we got the one guy out of there. Can't tell if this guy is less or more experienced than the guy we were just fighting. Gonna try my best here to. Oh no, they saw me. Get him! Oh no! Yeah, I was trying to get that little arrow with the circle was somebody super jumping in, so I had to be careful there, but I was trying to see if I could get in and take him down as somebody jumps in, and I'm just as vulnerable when I do that, so I gotta be careful. If you're playing on this stage, this is a good thing, these side areas, you can get up on them and turn from a squid to a kid when you're on the grate to actually get up on this side area faster. Jack is making this match very tough for the purple team because I feel like we've got some less experienced players here. But we're going to keep fighting till the bitter end. Go, go, go. Gotta take this center. This is the majority of the turf here, of course, in the center. We can take them out. There we go. The ink armor makes it very tough. You have to have the good drop on someone to make sure you take them out before the ink armor really comes into play. If they don't notice you, you might be okay. If they do, you're gonna have a really tough time. We're gonna jump up and get them. Jeez, almost got taken out by those tenta-missiles, but I managed to take them down. Got somebody over there. Gotta get my ink up. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have enough ink in the long run here with everything going on. He's throwing the bomb in. He knows what he's doing. They took a lot of the side area, but we had a lot of the center. How will it go in the end? Were my buddies fighting back on the sides? A little bit, but it's probably not enough with the amount that they got. Pretty close, but no cigar, 49 to 43. So it can come down to like 0.1% sometimes, so you gotta be battling for turf right up until the bitter end. Yeah, you could tell that team was more experienced. They got the level 9 on their side. We are so close. Let's do one more battle here and try to get the win to level up. Either way, we're gonna level. I'm gonna actually swap back to the Splattershot Junior and use that a little bit more because I do think that is great for turf wars, and I like having the ink armor. So this is our gear area. If we hit plus, you can see your abilities. You can change. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna change this down a little bit, sensitivity to the style I like, and of course you change your hair, save your gear combo and stuff to an amiibo if you wanna bring your setup, your little Inkling, to your friend's house and play on a different Switch. That is an option. In the future, we will go to the amiibo box in the square behind Krusty Sean's food truck, and we'll be using that as well once we get some tickets to get some food. But we'll be unlocking some gear and stuff with the amiibo. There's a bunch of those, so we'll do that as we level up because you get more the higher level you are. Okay, back on Port Mackerel here. Hopefully we can hold it down. The food truck, we got to earn those tickets from single player or Salmon Run, and they will let us double or do 1.5 amounts the amount of gold or experience that we would normally earn. There's also ways to get more sub abilities and stuff. We'll kind of go into the gear stuff as we get more of it, but right now we're kind of playing with the gear we got. Yep, they got somebody more experienced in here, I can tell, because they immediately threw that bomb out. Let's see if we can get in here and take them out. They're going to use their ink armor as well. There they go. They're trying to push in. Get them, get them, get them. There we go. Yeah, so that's the thing with the sequel. If you were playing the first game on release, you might be able to, take people down and not have much trouble because people were not as experienced. But this is, if you're playing this game, chances are you're playing against people who have played before. Oh no, let's throw an ouch up. I almost had them there. They were covered in that green lime, yellowy ink. Missing a lot of ink around. Oh my gosh. So yeah, at early levels you'll see a lot of this where people just completely ignore entire areas. But more turf for me. I'll try to pick up the slack here and cover this. You do really have to hold down the middle, obviously, because that is one of the most important parts. If they break through the middle, they're going to go into your turf. Taking enemy turf is going to help you more in the long run than just focusing on your own turf, of course. My team seems to be doing okay. Holding things down, though. Somebody might have been over here. I'm just really trying to make sure we don't miss a lot of this free real estate, because it's just a waste otherwise, because you're losing out. I really like this box area to jump on. Definitely a really good revamp to this map by having extra areas for you to go through and be able to jump over. Oh, we got someone going around that way. If we can get them, throw this ink armor down. My buddies are all over here. And where's that guy going? Get him. Good, good, good. Man, our whole team converged on that one Inkling. Let's see if anyone snuck back here. So you do want to pop the map up occasionally to try to see if anyone is sneaking in on you and trying to get your turf, because you can watch the map and see where the turf is being laid down to help you. Oops, didn't mean to throw that there. I'm gonna see if we can sneak around here and throw that. They're gonna get blasted, but it's not enough for them to lose their life there. Oop, that guy is really aiming for me. Hopefully my buddies will... There we go. We took him out. See if we can sneak up on this guy, because He's having we're having a rough time with him. Yeah, look at, he went all over this place. But again, the center area is more important, so if they're pushing in, we need to make sure we're okay here. Last few seconds, let's throw this out and try to, oh no. I got ganged up on. My buddies are all in their area turfing. I hope that's enough for us to win that, because I got taken out. I think we got enough. I'm glad I went through our side area, otherwise we might not have had enough turf. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to be it for the first episode of Splatoon 2. I'm so happy you are here. I'm here in Inkopolis. I really appreciate it. I have a Switch friend code in the description if you want to be added to join in and play with me. I definitely need people for Salmon Run to help me out in that co-op mode, and that will be in the future that we play that here pretty soon. We're almost ranked enough to jump in there. So let's check out that new weapon that we unlocked, and then we will use it next time. So thanks again. Sheldon, take us away and tell us about... Oh, we got two of them. Hello, hello. What kind of weapon are you in the market for? I've got the finest selection of ink weaponry of all of Inkopolis. Or you're ready to wield the Splat Roller, one of my favorites. Splat Roller represents the roller class of weapons that excels at close combat and inking turf. Tap ZR to fling ink at foes, or hold it down in ink to roll on the ground as you run. Bounce a curling bomb, I missed the last part, off a wall to cut off your opponent's route and get right up to them and splat. Paired with the Splashdown, I'm pretty sure you'll have no trouble splatting multiple opponents at once. If you want to experience the basics of the new generation of rollers, look no further. And that's not all, you also are ready to wield the Splat Charger. So we can hit ZR to do hurry it up if we wanted to, but I don't want to be rude. The Splat Charger is a charger type weapon designed for long range offense. Hold down ZR to charge up ink and then release the button to fire it out all at once, inking a long path in an instant. Sure, it's a bit unwieldy, but this baby can store its charge, allowing you to swim for a short while without losing your charge. The Splat Bombs and Stingray that accompany the weapon complement the long range nature of the charger. This set is a great starting point on your journey to charger mastery. So we're going to check out the new abilities of these returning weapons next time on Splatoon 2. I'll see you then. Maybe subscribe if you haven't. Please leave a like. Goodbye.